Alright, hello. This is a Sit With Me episode in the lab. And I think we get the same spawn basically every time. So for the last like 5 raids I always spawned on this side of the map. And I usually do green and residential unit then. So let's check out green first. So these runs are currently basically designed to have one goal, and the goal is to make enough money so that I can hand in the 300 millions to Prepper. On a side note, there is a black keycard spawn, or used to be a black keycard spawn. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I'm not sure if it's still current knowledge. But yeah, it used to be a black keycard spawn. Otherwise, this room is pretty simple. You go around the edge, look on the tables, and then if you see these metal containers like this one, always check inside them for the legs. But yeah, generally this room is pretty easy to loot because most of the loot is around the edges. There are a few tables in the middle and we will check them out in a second. So we have this table in the middle. I think I got everything here. And then we have the second table in the middle, which is this one. And I think here's something, yeah. Take that. So I thought about what I want to do to get the money for the ending, and my current solution is basically, yeah, just go with labs because yeah, it's the most profitable in the least amount of time I can spend. So I don't have to spend much time, and I can get a lot of value in that time frame. And I think any other map is possibly, there's a possibility that they are more profitable, but they also take a longer time to loot because loot on labs is like, yeah, pretty because yeah, loot on labs is pretty straightforward to do. Yeah. So that's it for green. So we're already done. So this window is not bulletproof, but it's also a good position to just step around a bit and see if there's any raiders. I don't see any raiders. So now I think we will take a look at the middle first. Since we assume the middle is clear right now, I think it's a good opportunity to check out for some good loot spots and then go to a safer area again. I see the middle as like very profitable, but also like a bit dangerous because you are very exposed. So that's why I always like try to do the middle in a. My preferred way to do it is to do it quite early, but since we spawned on green, it like would be dumb to go middle first and then go back to green. So we did green first, and then we check for the LEDX over here. No LEDX. Oh, and there's another keycard spawn over here. No keycard today. Take the PC. And yeah, so basically this is a loot run, and I will try to explain my decision making on a few of the loot spots. I think there might be another keycard spawn either here or here. Both don't have a keycard. So this is black keycard spawns, by the way. I rarely check other keycard spawns, which is kind of dumb, but yeah, I don't care as much about them. The black keycard currently is not worth it to buy, so you can obviously buy it for like 8 million or something like that, but it's not a good investment, so I usually don't do that. Alright, so now for the tag rags, we can check out. There can be like, I don't know, VPX spawns, I guess. Can be spawned over there. And then obviously we check out the PCs again. PC loot is like, it's not that it's overly expensive stuff that I can sell for a high value, but it's stuff that sells like quite quickly. And that's why I prefer PC loot currently, because I can like take, for example, wires. I can take like 25 wires and bulk sell them on the flea market, and they will sell in like, I don't know, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that. And if I, for example, add like the scope to the auction house, which I'm currently not sure if it's even valuable, but let's assume it's valuable. it might take a little bit longer. I can hear them. That's two dead. Let's check their faction real quick. So these were raiders, and they have good stuff for me. So the load-bearing rig is quite good for me. I think I will take a quick look at the backpack, but don't expect much from it. Can take this tactical device. Might be a bit of value. So this is actually 50k, so we take it. So now we are already overweight. And yeah, I know I should probably care a bit more about money, since this is supposed to be a money run. And I should go for the optimal profits. But I'm a lazy guy as well, so I always use like the stims. I'm not even sure, should I take the mutant? I think I will take it for now, but might throw it away later. Or maybe drop it at an exit, actually. So, the middle is done. There's not much to get here, so we go to this side of the map. And we should check our painkiller for a second. So, 70 seconds is enough that I feel comfortable to go dark offices real quick. So I basically never check this office below, which is kind of stupid because there are PCs over here as well, like this, and I can get stuff that I need. So I should probably be more diligent with my looting. So what do we have here? Trash. Let's do it like that. And get this thing full, and then this thing. Research as well. Lose these, and then add our stuff to the rig. So now we have 2 rigs already, which is really good. So we only need 2 more. You can technically like go into the raid with rigs already, which I usually don't. It's technically a better strategy, of course, because you are not relying on the ING to find raiders who bring you your rigs. But yeah, I kind of prefer to be lucky, kinda. This is a mistake. This should go here. Let's think about our plan. So we want to fill out our mech again, and then we want to check out food and water. So we need to drink a little bit, and then I think we will use the painkiller again, as long as we are looting dark offices. So like this one and the one above us, because the positioning over here can be quite dangerous. So you can be in a bad spot, and then I want to be able to like drop my backpack and just run. And to do that, I kind of need a pain-killing solution. So I don't think these things spawn valuable items anymore. Did I loot that? I did. Not sure about this one. Don't think there's anything valuable here. So we checked the dome, we checked for the keycard spawns. Now we go to the dark offices, and then yeah, not sure what to do next. Maybe we do just res unit. This might be smart. So yeah, I think res unit might be the play. Always a bit paranoid about the voices in labs, which is you kinda need to be, and on the other hand, you kinda don't, because most of the time there's nothing, so there are no NPCs, and you just like basically hear voices in your head. It's nothing. Then again, in very rare cases, you get surprised by like a triple squad of raiders or something like that, and then they grenade you, and then you're stuck in a room or something like that, and then you're quite annoyed. At least I am. So being more on the paranoid side of things, kinda helps me prevent some unnecessary deaths. I don't know if you've been following what I'm doing with this account right now, but just so you know, I reset my account and I'm currently sitting at 84 rates, 98% survival rate, so I died once, and I'm at 700 KD. So this is quite a good run. Obviously not perfect in the sense that I died once. But yeah, I still try to keep the amount of deaths and stuff like that to a minimum. And the reason is basically that the deaths cost me time, and I don't want to waste time right now. Because this run has one goal, and the goal is to do terminal with my friends. And yeah, to achieve that, I kinda need to hurry up a bit. Don't know if there's any loot here. Doesn't look like it. So, oh, shots fired. Can we see anything? Can't see anything. I think they're fighting on the other side. Not sure. It's open yellow. And see if we hear more of them. So one thing about labs that I learned over the years is that if you spend too much time thinking about what the enemy might do right now, so basically, yeah, thinking too much about the scavs, you can more often than not end up in a bad spot anyway, instead of just looting and getting the hell out as fast as possible. So I closed this door because my back will be exposed to the outside if I loot in this area. Did not bring my backpack, so I cannot loot the stuff actually. Now we need to be a bit more careful if we go out here again. But I don't see them. I have no idea where they are and what they do. So we'll just nade once. And I didn't hear anything. So I'm not sure what they are doing or where they are. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure what they're doing. For now, I will just use the Propator, so to have a pain killing solution, and then continue on my path. So I'm already getting pretty full, and I still want to do a rest unit, which kinda, yeah. I mean, there's the obvious solution to get more rigs and then to have more space. I don't know. Maybe I don't care about too much more loot anyway, and I just take the win and go out. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I will just go around here. Sometimes I jump over the edge and just jump down, but today I'm not going to do that because my backpack is like already really full, and then dropping down will probably break my legs, so I just walked the way around. So over here you need to be a bit careful as well, because sometimes a squad of raiders and PMCs or stuff like that can be at the end of the hallway, and my character is heavy breathing, so I should probably give him a break and drop the backpack over here. So let's take a look. We have an Arthas or an MK17. Yeah, not sure. Should I take the mutant over them? Might actually drop the mutant for the MK17. I'm not sure which gun is more value, but actually it doesn't matter as much to me, since what do I drop here? Maybe I just eat my food and drink my water. Where's my water actually? Still in my backpack, I guess. So the reason I'm taking the MK17 is because I actually like to play 308 guns. So for me, this is basically a preference choice, not about the value of the weapon. Yeah, so this is the reason why I usually take 308 guns over any other guns. So rest unit spawns, one is over here, behind the folder, not there. One is in this corner, not there. On the chair, not there. So I brought the rest unit card already, so we can check out the room. Turn on the light for you. So on this shelf you can often find blue folders and intelligence. So we have a gun on the bed, not sure what it is yet. An MCX. Don't need that. There can be Bitcoin spawn on the chair, on these chairs, and below the bed. We are pretty unlucky today, but yeah, it's not that bad. Expected that you have a bedroom once in a while. So for the rest, for the rest of the spawns, let's open the door actually. And you can have sometimes like long duration painkillers on the floor. Not today. On the right side of this new section, we have this special office. In the cup, there can be the keycard. Can be a stim like this in the fridge. And then there can be the card like it is right now. Behind this this name sign, or I don't know what the name of it is called. So there are other spawns in this area. I showed some of them in my 18 million labs video. I'm not going through them today since, well, I already have the keycard and I think it's time to peace out. So now we spent a little more than I wanted in this on this map, and our painkiller is running out. Won't refresh it right now, only if we get into a fight again. So we get out here, and there are several raider spawns in this location, so we need to be a bit more careful. Like peek the angles a bit more careful. So I think we got most of them. I'm not sure if we got all of them. And we have a heavy tremor, which is not ideal in this situation. So what I was saying is that you need to peek these angles like quite carefully because there can be a lot of raiders. And as you see, there were. For a situation like this, I like to be a bit more on the cautious side of things. So I will pop a painkiller even though it's like probably 40k of waste. Because there's probably no one left. But since we will go to an quite unprotected open area, like this hallway, where we can be easily attacked, I want to have the solution to like sprint away. So having a painkiller running is always a good option here. And we will actually close this door. And I will grenade again to check for more raiders. Oh, and there he is. Obviously he peeks when I'm throwing a nade. This fucker. Did I get him? So now we drop the backpack and then we will clear them from a better position. So if you go around here, you need to make sure that you check this angle because sometimes the raider stands in this corner. And then you can check this one. This like machine room. And then you can come through here. Not sure if I got him. Now I got him. So yeah, as I was saying, I spent a lot more time in this raid than I wanted. Because, well, we messed with the raiders a bit. And, yeah, things like that just take a bit of time. Or they usually mean that you spend longer in the raid than you originally planned to do. Which is what's happening right now. It's not the worst case, so I'm not like too worried about. I don't want to. I rather do it good than die because I was not careful enough. So yeah, again, I'm not too worried that we are taking. Oh, I want that. That we are taking a bit longer right now. We have another load bearing rig, which is like really good, and we want this thing. So now we do that, and cannot fit that right now. But we want that. So now what we do is we make ourselves a small stash over here. Get our backpack. And then fix the loot. So I usually aim for about like 15 minutes in a raid like that. But if we have fighting, then usually you cannot do it in 15 minutes. It's like not possible. So yeah, that's why we are currently a bit longer in this raid than I initially anticipated. But again, that's fine. So wait, we don't need that actually. We take this one, and then we need to think about how we do it. So basically we take all of that stuff and add it to this rig. And then this rig can go here, and the other rig goes here. So this stuff goes down here. And then we will get the other rig, like right now. And then we'll like fix the loot like this. So all of this goes. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And then we can just basically click over all of our loot. Do it like that. Check the magazine. I don't need that. So we just move the other stuff over here. And then this backpack can go. And we are all set, I think. Are we? Wait, can we actually... What? No, you cannot. I thought I might be able to fit 2 of these. Why can't I take this backpack? Something is bugged. I can only search it. Why? Why can I only search it? The fuck is happening? So if I search this one, I cannot take this. Why? Now I can take it. Wait. Because I have a load bearing rig and you can only collect... I cannot take this one. So yeah, I guess we need to take the stuff out of this one and leave it here. Because you cannot get more of these... how do you say it? You cannot get more of these rigs. You can only carry 2. And the rig that is laying on the ground is from the same type. So we cannot take them all. So 62 kilograms. That's decent. But nothing to write home about. But it's fine, I guess. So we drop the backpack over here. Just make sure we are not ambushed again. Door is already closed. Now we go here. And we call the elevator. So this might spawn more raiders. Should have reloaded my gun before actually doing that. Wait, I dropped the mag somewhere. That's not good. Oh well. Happens. So usually this door is closed. So you close the door like this and then you peek through the glass. And if you see raiders at the end of the floor, you can usually just like jiggle peek them and then headshot them. And they sometimes come from this small room where we packed our backpack. So yeah, basically this is clear. And now we call the elevator and we get out. So I dropped my mag over here. Any point? Am I able to find it? Not sure. I don't care as much. It's like a 100k mag or something like that, so it's not ideal. And it happens sometimes that you just like lose track of things and then you drop the stuff. But whatever. All right. So I would say this was like not a good run. It was decent, but not extraordinary or something like that. So I think we made about like 2 to 3 million, I think. So around that benchmark. For the end of this video, what I will do is I will like clean my inventory and show the process and try to explain as much as possible about how you do that. And yeah, then you can follow along. And for all the people who ask how to clean your inventory, this might be interesting. So what do we want to do? So we click out all of the stuff first. And then we click out the rig when it's empty. So like this. And then all of this can go out. So we unpack this one. Always do that so that you can transfer it to your ammo box like this. And then we click out this stuff and the rig and this stuff, and then clean out our docs case, a lot of flash drives. We got a new rest unit card. We actually used our original card that we brought in the raid, and we have a new one now. So this is good. Then we click out all of our stims that we collected. Did we collect anything else here? No. But let's fill up our stim case. I currently run a different setup compared to what I showed in my stim video. Because I don't have access to a mule stim. I cannot use it. So I use Abdolbus. And I replaced the stamina stims for more propertals in labs because basically I don't need stamina or longer stamina, endurance duration, whatever, in labs. And I actually thought about bringing my SJ12, but labs has a lot of food and water spawns, so usually even if you run out of your own stuff, you're fine to just loot some duffel bags and get some stuff. So I took it out. So I have 2 extra slots. No Meldon in either because I don't need it. And then we have our trusty 282 to get the weight limit up. So so this painkiller is used up. So we transfer it and we take a new one in like this. So this is clean, this is clean, this is clean, and we already add our next lab card so that we can go again. And now we want to click off the attachment that we added to this gun in the course of the raid. And then we make sure that the gun is small, like this, fold it up, and add it to the guns that we might use at some point. Actually, we can sell this grip because I don't need it. Then unload the ammo. Actually, at this point, think about that we need more and buy it from Jaeger. And now we click out the rest of this stuff, like this. So, again, sad that we dropped our mag, but I guess I have more of them. L7, yes, I do. So we just take a new mag and then we make sure that we have actually the correct ammo in it. So like this. And then we add 2 grenades. Currently, I am usually trying to run grenades that I find. So I don't think that I collected a grenade in this run. Then we will just use like 2 of them. And this is how the rig will look when we go in again. Oh wait, actually I made a mistake. We need to clean this up because we used up our propertal over here. So like this. And we got shot, so we need to repair our armor. So first what we want to do is we go to traders and then we go to Ragman because he pays the most, and then we sell all of the rigs to him. We don't sell the load bearing rig to him. The reason for that is very simple, because this is actually some money and we want to sell it on the flea market. This is just something you learn over time, that some stuff is used by players and then has more value. And then once you sold everything to Ragman, we go to mechanic and then we make sure that we sell the gun parts to him. So magazines like this thing. What else do we have? This thing. All of that can go. This can go. Yeah. Oh, we got a grenade, but this is not a good grenade, so I will just sell it to Prepper. So this guy is for selling grenades. And then we go to Peacekeeper and we look for intelligence items that we actually get some. Or we got the USB drive, so we sell them to Peacekeeper like this. And then the next step would be going to Therapist. And basically all of the valuable items like this we sell to Therapist. And all of the and all of the used up affix as well. So like this can go, this can go, this can go. Probably like this. Yep. So, and then the next thing we want to do is we want to sort the stuff so that we have a better look on what we're actually dealing with. And then we sort the ammo into our ammo case like this. These AFACs are high enough in durability that we want to use them in future raids, so we add them to our med case. This can be unpacked and then stored there. We want to keep the Propitols. We want to sell SJ6. We want to keep the Adrenaline for crafting. Sell this, sell this, sell this. Probably on the flea, not sure. And all of these are actually used by us currently, so we keep them. So this can go on the flea for 120k. So that's pretty good. I always undercut quite a bit. The reason for that is that I want to make sure that my stuff sells really fast. So this is 56k. I don't sell them to flea market because the price difference is low enough that I just want the speed of selling it to Therapist. So I want to sell this one, and then we have the RAM. We do it like that. Actually, we have more RAM. So it goes like this. And then all of this stuff, maybe not this one, and not sure about this blood test set, can go on the flea. So the first thing you want to sell is wires, because wires are the fastest sellers in the game. Basically, you put them on, and in about 20 seconds, all of those will be sold, and you can add the next item. So like this, undercut goes on the flea market like this, and then we wait for a bit, and then the next stuff. So this is quite expensive currently. Usually I use some of the cords to make more wires in my hideout. My hideout craft is usually running to make 2 power cords into 8 wires, and then we sell the wires. But you cannot run infinite amounts of cords, so some I just sell. So this can go like this. And then PCBs go on the flea market as well. This. And then relays should be quite expensive. Not too expensive, but still good value. Almost 50k per slot is pretty good. So as you see, I basically aggressively undercut. I sell to traders whatever I can sell to traders just to keep the amount of stuff I need to put on the flea market like low enough that I have always offers ready to use. And yeah, I usually try to pick up stuff that I can sell in bulk. So basically, all of the hideout items, all of the electronics, especially wires, stuff like that, you can sell in bulk and you can sell them fast. So usually takes you about a minute at maximum to sell those items. And something like the scope, for example, this won't sell fast. And it's only 35k, so I go to mechanic and we get 28k, and I take the loss to just sell it to him because I don't want to deal with the time that it takes to sell it. So all of the weapon parts we sell to mechanic. So this should be a bit of value. Oh, actually no. Prices change a lot, and that's why it's difficult for me to make a video about how you adjust pricing and how to treat the economy in Tarkov. So yeah, that's a highly requested video that I basically cannot provide because it's so difficult to judge pricing, and it comes down to knowing stuff. And even knowing stuff like I do, I sometimes pick up things that are no worth currently, and then leave things behind that are actually quite valuable. So that just happens. So now we cleaned up our inventory, and only took us like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. Not sure. We will see in the footage later. And then again, make sure that your weapon is over 93 durability so that it doesn't jam. This is quite close, so if I'm having a big fight next run, this won't fly, but I will still risk it because I cannot get an MDR right now, and I will like play it longer than I usually would. If I were able to buy MDRs from Peacekeeper right now, I would probably buy a new gun and or basically I would repair this gun and then use it for one more raid and then use the new one. But in this case, I want to like play it down to like something like 85 maybe, then repair it back to 96, something like that, and then use it one more raid, and then yeah, I don't know, not sure how to replace it. I hopefully find one in my next few labs runs. So, yeah, basically that's it for cleaning out inventory. Last thing that I need to do is actually add food and water back to our secure container like this. And then we are ready to go for the next run. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit different than what I usually do, but yeah, kind of want to show off a bit of a loot run and explain how I yeah, like traverse labs and how I clean out my inventory in like a very fast way. So last but not least, let's collect our money, and we are currently sitting at almost 41 million. Again, I sold a bunch of stuff to traders, so this is not all of the value, but some of it will come from the run. So basically, 1.8 million just from the sales we got on the flea market, and then I didn't keep track of the amount we have from traders, but I assume we made about 2.5 million probably this run. And that's very typical for a labs run where you don't find any high tier stuff like bitcoins. So yeah, I think it's pretty fine. At this pace, like let's say we average about 3 million. At this pace, it will take me like 100 runs, not anymore, but from the start, about 100 runs to reach the 300 million. So yeah, not sure yet how I will do it. Maybe I have a better idea what I can do for the next week's Sit With Me episode, but I thought I wanted to show off what a typical run, a typical Tarkov session for me looks like when I'm grinding money and going for another ending. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.